Okay, so in this question it says a solid sodium halide is reactive with sulfuric acid. Remember, sulfuric acid is a mild oxidizing agent. It can oxidize everything below chloride. It can oxidize bromide, iodide, and acetate. Okay, and its products, and what happens is it itself gets reduced. And so with bromide, just a recap, and sulfuric acid, you make HBr, which then becomes Br2, and you make SO2. With iodide and Kong sulfuric acid, you make Hi, and then you make iodine, but then you also make sulfur, and you make H2S. And in this case, sulfur is oxidation state of 0 and -2, while an SO2 is +4. So if you notice something here, as you go down the group, the oxidation state of sulfur decreases even more. It goes from +6 to +4 for bromide, but iodide can make it go to -2, as low as -2. Here they're saying the lowest state is +4. That means the sulfur containing product in the products is SO2, which means therefore what is X? X is bromine, and the X ion is bromide. Okay, that's the first thing. So now you know X is bromide. Okay, not iodide, because iodide would have made this -2. Then I'm saying Y is a less volatile. That means it has a higher melting point, higher boiling point. So basically Br2, Cl2, I2, astatine, you know. Down group 17, the volatility, what happens to volatility? Volatility decreases. They're harder to vaporize because the boiling points become, the intermolecular forces become stronger. So that's the main game here. So if it says Y has a less volatility, what can you tell? That Y is below X in the group. So what is below X in the group? Bromine. That's how you figure this out. So 2 parts of theory done. Here is that down the group volatility decreases. So if I've figured it's bromide, it's got to be iodide. And why is it bromide? Because of sulfuric acid, bromide converts the sulfur to a +4 state. Iodide converts sulfur to a -2 or a 0 state. Chloride doesn't do anything. Chloride with HCl just has an acid-base reaction, not as a redox reaction. Okay?
Quick pause. If you're finding value in this explanation, there's so much more to discover at Alt Academy, where we break down every A-level concept with the same clarity. Now back to the video lesson.
Now in the next question, chlorine gas is reactive with cold aqueous NaOH. So here, what happens with cold NaOH? It makes NaCl and NaClO. It's disproportionation. So chlorine is being oxidized and reduced because it is disproportionation. Disproportionation reaction. And you don't need that information here because you can solve it without it. But the disproportionation reaction was with NaOH. 2 NaOH and NaCl makes NaOH and Cl2 makes NaCl and NaClO plus H2O. One chlorine element gets reduced and one atom gets oxidized. This question comes pretty often, but yeah, if you know it already, you can solve it easily. Now this question says the table shows a statement of the properties of halogens. So these are and their compounds. Now they're different random properties and each has a different explanation. So it's not even one section. So which row shows the correct property and the correct explanation? Yeah. The first one is iodine is a solid at room temperature. That is a true statement. Okay. But it's got nothing to do with the bond. Is that it has strong induced dipole attraction. And why is that strong? Because the number of electrons in I2 is high. That's why A cannot be the answer. then the decomposition of HI is more endothermic than the decomposition of HCl. Not really. In fact, the decomposition of HCl would be more endothermic because harder to break. Then when chlorine is passed through potassium iodide, a purple solution is seen. Now there is a reaction, but it's not purple. That's the mistake. It is red-brown solution because iodine solution is red-brown. Then the fourth statement, when Kong's sulfuric acid added to potassium iodide, a purple vapor is seen. That's iodine gas. That is true. Why? Because iodide gets oxidized to iodine and H2SO4 gets reduced to S or H2S. Because the iodide is an oxidizing, reducing agent, so it will reduce sulfuric acid, but itself will get oxidized. So they're oxidized to iodine. Yep. So that is your answer. That's correct for this question.
Hey there. If you found this A-level chemistry lesson helpful, why don't you head over to our website, altacademy.org, where you can sign up for the full A-level chemistry course. In addition to chemistry, you can sign up for physics, biology, math, or 4 other A-level subjects. Thousands of students have already taken the leap. What are you waiting for?